So you're wondering if it's you or if it's your ADHD. It's probably both of them. I'm going to talk about it. When you have ADHD, your brain operates a little differently, and it's been that way since you were born. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm a coach. So I've coached people with this, but I'm not going to give you medical advice on this. But I'm going to tell you what I do and what I've discovered with all of my clients. Because when I'm working with my clients, I'm working with them to get them to discover their life purpose, figure out why they're here in the world, and all of that. Now, sometimes that may be difficult for them because they've never been able to access that, you see. Because when you have ADHD, you are disconnected from your value. And so then you start to form the idea that maybe something's wrong with me. So now you're not doing well in your work and you're screwing up all kinds of other things in your finances. All these things are going on and you think it's you. Because you don't even maybe know that you have ADHD. Maybe that could have been going on even when you discover it. And if you don't do anything about it, get some sort of therapy or meds or do something, then you keep carrying on the same thing because now you're training yourself to be wrong. You're training yourself to be less than you can be. And so you're not sure whether or not it's the ADHD or are you just a stupid person. I usually find that's never the case, the latter. I know that's not the case because when I'm working with clients who have, moving through this, we will start doing things that are changing cognitive behavior change. We'll give them things to do where they're just reimagining who they are. Really, that's what it is, reimagining. Now, I do this with my clients of all kinds. It doesn't matter. I don't really have that many who have ADHD. The others are doing other things. They're more professional. But it's the same thing with them. When you can't when you can't appreciate what you have because you've been training yourself in a different way, it's really hard to live your life and become really successful when you don't understand that. I'm just talking about the understanding. So a lot of times what I'll do with my clients that I know are moving through this, give you things to do that are not going to allow you to judge yourself. I just need you to hear. They're not going to allow you to judge yourself because that's what you would do. We know that we're screwing up stuff. We're making mistakes. We're forgetting things. We're doing all of that. So then we start judging ourselves and we're doing it over and over again. So now we're forming a neural pathway that causes us to do that automatically. Automatically. We don't change that instantly. So it becomes this process that we will go through just over and over again, repetitive. I'm thinking different thoughts that actually starts to change. Now, if because of the ADHD, you might be really impatient. So sometimes that's incredibly difficult. But just understanding what you are doing, understanding what you're accomplishing makes a huge, huge difference. But I just wanted to talk about that because I was working with someone earlier and he became very aware of how he had been judging himself and holding back and not embracing every aspect of himself. And he does not have ADHD. That's why I'm saying this here, because you think that you're so different because of this, but no, every human goes through this to a certain degree. But it could be worse for you because you haven't appreciated the fact that you didn't operate the way you could have when you were younger. And so you probably programmed yourself, because you did it, you accepted certain ideas and beliefs, you programmed yourself in a way that now continues to have you think that something's wrong with you or you're less than everyone else, and you are not. I just wanted to talk about that. It was just really kind of on me today because I know we struggle with questioning. Is it that I'm dumb? Is it I don't have a higher IQ or something like that? And it's typically never any of those things. And then as we start, because we have more ability than you can imagine, to take our brains and change them to start creating different images of ourselves, different images of how we see the world, and then the results that we have in our lives are going to be different as well. All right, I'll see you guys later.